So Sauerland Conservancy has been working on a reforestation effort to help mitigate and fight back against the recent ash die-out that started a couple of years ago and has seen the death of approximately 1.3 million ash trees.
We've lost a lot of really beautiful trees, and it's not just for aesthetics that it's a problem. All of a sudden there's holes in the canopy where tons of sunlight is coming into the forest floor, and without that canopy there that's shading out the understory, these invasives, multiflora rose, Japanese barberry, they will flood to those new sunny patches.
Birds and animals now no longer have safe corridors which they can use for shelter, find food, get from point A to point B.
We absolutely need to get as many new trees of different species into the ground as possible to mitigate the terrible effects of this loss has caused us.
You know, New Jersey is a very densely populated state.
I think Jersey gets a lot of flack because of how urbanized and how under construction it is, but this area of New Jersey is just such a gem to be in.
The Sauerland Mountains provide a lot of nature right smack in the middle of the state.
Beech forests with beech trees 2 or 3 feet wide, or huge pine trees the same size, massive red oaks that are 120 feet tall. To see that in New Jersey, it's a rare sight.
It's amazing the variety of both plants and animals that can be found here.
It's very beautiful. There's so much to explore.
Some of the most pristine landscape that we have left next to the pinelands.
It's very peaceful, very spiritually invigorating.
It's a really important habitat to have. So the plantings that we do here really make a huge difference for so many reasons.
Planting ground cover and native plants can actually help you reduce water usage.
They will help to mitigate flooding.
By planting them now, we are assuring that within a decade or so, that canopy will be refilled.
The long-term implications of if we do nothing are incredibly severe.
It sometimes feels like fighting a wildfire with a squirt gun, but if nobody does it, then nothing's ever going to happen.
I think the more that we do to help people to become familiar with nature, the better off we'll all be.
There's so much that on a smaller scale everyone can do to have an impact on the way that things are going to change in the future.
Though it is a large problem, it's not one that can't be managed. While we're doing our best to plant as many trees as we can, to fight off 1.3 million trees is kind of a steep effort with just planting. So we're working at a couple of different methods on top of the planting, and that includes educating private homeowners what they can do on their own land.
So start by doing some research and seeing what you can do in your own yard. There's a lot of little things that you can do in your yard, just planting a few native species.
As something as small as planting native flowers, herbaceous plants, shrubs, all of these help with any kind of major die-off that we're seeing with the ash trees.
Community gardens or volunteer planting like this, any kind of invasive species management. The outdoors definitely brings community, brings people together. It really helps people remain connected in a very disconnected world.
It's really just an incredible way to connect to the earth and ourselves and our future and our past.